Hi, welcome back to The Witch Hunt. Today I bring you another author show and tell with best-selling author ALETHEA KONTIS. Stick around. She's a New York Times best-selling author, a storm chaser, a princess, and a Saturday songwriter. She's written over 20 books, including the Nocturne Falls series and Alpha Oops, H is for Halloween. She's won a bunch of awards, and she has something really cool to show you that she keeps in her house. So I'll let her tell you all about it. Take it away, ALETHEA.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Gabby. I am ALETHEA KONTIS, New York Times bestselling author of Alpha Oops, H is for Halloween, the award-winning trilogy, Be Sphinxed from the Nocturne Falls universe, and a fabulous story with Gabby in Don't Turn Out the Lights. These illustrations are amazing! This is in the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark anthology. Tell them by a roaring campfire. It's super creepy, and I love Gabby's story. It's so great! So, I am here today to tell you a story, since we're sitting by the campfire. Let me tell you a story. This story is about my Aunt Ernestine, and since she has passed away, we will light a candle, because this is what you do. There's a fan on. This is what you do. I don't know, in my family anyway, I don't know if it's officially a Greek tradition, but when you talk about dead people, you light a candle in their honor. Miss you, Aunt Ernestine. So, my Aunt Ernestine, Ernestine Mercer, was an actress in Hollywood. She was an actor's actor. She was, and I had to write it down, you have not heard of her, but everyone else did. She used to swim in Bob Redford's pool, and she always wanted me to come to LA so she could introduce me to her friend Tony. You know, Tony Hopkins. That was my Aunt Ernestine. She knew everyone. And she was Millie Johnson from Young and the Restless. She was Fern in Eight Heads in the Duffel Bag. Joe Pesci got to throw her off a mountainside. She was in ER, Drew Carey, True Colors, Alien Nation, Starman, Santa Barbara, Remington Steele, Benson, Punky Brewster, and the Jeffersons. She was in everything. She was in Casper the Friendly Ghost. In the first 10 minutes, she plays this lady who's being interviewed on television and her face is all blurred out. We had the most amazing chats. I would talk to her forever, especially about Young and the Restless. She loved talking about the Young and the Restless. She loved working on that show. She loved the people that she got to work with every day and the character that she was playing. She loved that her character was so beloved and got to be on the show for so long. She really enjoyed that. She would tell me about what she would do to make money in the meantime. In between gigs, she would do things like Walla Walla rooms, which are where you go into a room with a bunch of other people and you wander around saying Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla Walla, Walla. That ends up becoming the white noise used in every movie and TV show when people walk into a cafe or a restaurant. It's not people saying actual words. It just becomes this lovely low-level hum. And she would get paid money to go be recorded in Walla Walla rooms. I loved Aunt Ernestine. She had the best stories. When I was 4 years old, she taught me how to do ta-da. Because you can't just say ta-da. No. You walk into the middle of the room, you throw your arms open, and you say ta-da! That is how you say ta-da. Bet you didn't know that. Now you do. So, when my Aunt Ernestine passed away, she had Alzheimer's, and unlike my grandmother, she went fairly quickly. It's a blessing. Alzheimer's is a terrible disease. My parents were the ones who went to her apartment in LA to clean it all out. And she wasn't a hoarder. I mean, do I hoard books? Maybe. I'm an author. This is what I do. But she had a lot of things. She had a great life. So she had a lot of mementos in her apartment. So while my parents were cleaning it out, they had the door open, rummaging around, and people would walk by the door. They all knew Aunternestine, and they knew she had passed. And one friend came by to help out one day, and he said, "Oh, well, do you know about the pan behind the refrigerator?" No, they didn't know about the pan behind the refrigerator. Thank you very much. We should clean that out. Make sure we clean that out. And he said, "Oh, do you know about the knife under the bed?" The knife in the bed. We don't know about the knife in the bed. Could you tell us about the knife in the bed? So, my parents came home from this excursion, and they brought for us, essentially, my little sister and my brothers and sisters, our little inheritance from Aunternestine. And we all got something small that came from her apartment that meant something to her. We had some flyers with her picture. Oh, I should show you her picture. She's gorgeous. When she was young, look at this picture. That's my Aunternestine. Classic Hollywood. Classic Hollywood. When she became an older woman, she just had that character face that everyone wanted to hire. I mean, she was just a beautiful, and she was so tall, so very tall. So we got a lot of old flyers and cool things. And because I am the storyteller, I got the knife in the bed. I was the recipient of the knife in the mattress. Are you ready? Because you are not ready. This is the knife in the mattress. This is it right here. Look at this detail. This is an absolutely beautiful, almost like a short sword. Let me flip it around. This side of the scabbard is actually quite detailed. The hilt is very detailed. The scabbard is exceptionally detailed. It ends with a metallic tip. And here's the blade. Also decorative. Check that out. Beautiful. So for a while, it's very dull. It's very dull. But I mean, you stab somebody with that, they're not going to forget you. And just this handle is amazing. This hilt is gorgeous. I thought for a while maybe it had been used in a set she was on. Lawrence of Arabia or something, but that's not in any of her movie credits. I've looked them up so I could read them to you. But I have done a little bit of research about what kind of knife, sword, this is. There are many different answers. If you know anything about these types of knives / swords, please let me know, because I'm still finding out information. As far as I know, it is a Filipino bolo knife. I have heard that they have been, I've done research rabbit holes into this, that they were used to cut through dense vegetation, which makes sense. I mean, it's like a scythe. If this had a really sharp edge on it, sure. They could be used for close combat, as it is a fairly short sword. It's, I don't know, about a little over a foot long, but it curved, right? So closer combat. I also heard that it went out of favor after the Spanish left and became used ceremonially for blood pacts. You would, cut your hand and bleed on the paper and sign your name. Blood pacts, like you do. Yeah, I've also heard that it's just decorative, ornamental, and blunt on purpose. So if you know anything, I've gone down rabbit holes. I've looked up image searches. I found one guy who restored his. And someone made a joke that said it was probably worth $20,000 before you restored it. This is, it's very much not restored. I think someone at some point in time maybe stuck some of the scabbard back together. You can see there's quite a bit of wear and tear on the scabbard itself. But yes, my plea goes out to you. If you know anything about this, let me know, because I'd love to have more to the story of Aunt Ernestine's knife in the bed.
What a super cool story. Oh my gosh. And how lucky were you to have an aunt like Aunt Ernestine? Okay, so wait, I want to make her proud, so ta-da! How was that? Was that good? Did I pass? What a freaking cool knife that is. Okay, if I were you, that would inspire all sorts of horror stories or some kind of mystery or something. Or maybe we can have a seance and contact Aunt Ernestine and see what that knife was intended for. I don't know, what do you think? I think it sounds cool. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, Alethea, and thank you guys at home for joining me on this new author show and tell. I hope you guys had a great time. If you enjoy these videos, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so I can bring you more content. And have a happy Halloween. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.